Jeremy, I got another shirt.
Hi guys, welcome to our channel. I'm Lynn.
And I'm Jonathan.
And we are Create and Capture Life. Welcome to week 33 of our 1 year to full-time RV life journey. This week, we're gonna answer a couple of your questions about our 40 and 4 from last week, and then we're gonna talk about how coronavirus changes things. Changes things for us, and it changes things for has changed things for a lot of other people, and I assume it's probably still gonna change things.
It's not over yet.
No.
It's getting closer, but it's not over yet.
It's April 5th and we're locked down till at least April 30th. So it's not that close.
Yeah.
We're not in the home stretch at least yet, but we're hanging in there and hopefully you guys are too. So last week we did a 40 and 4, 40 questions in 4 minutes. We didn't challenge any of our friends. Part of that is that you're supposed to challenge people. We didn't challenge anybody. But Dan and Jen did say, or at least Jen said she wanted to do it and she's trying to get Dan to do it. So hopefully you can talk him into it because I would love to watch that. Anybody else that does it, please tag us so we can watch yours. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it here so you can watch it from last week.
Yep.
We did have a couple questions about our 40 and 4 questions and answers. So one of the questions that we had from last week was the question about whether or not we own guns. And I said no, and Jonathan said yes. That was the question.
Yeah.
And
so, I don't know, maybe we're not allowed to say that word, the G word. So,
the G word.
So we'll just refer to it like everybody else does, and we'll just say pew-pews.
Pew-pews, like Dan says, pew-pews.
Yeah, pew-pews. So...
It reminds me of Pepe Le Pew, though.
Yeah, do we own? No, we don't. I own.
Yes, we're in the same house. Yes, we live
all
in
those things.
We're married, we live in the same house.
Yeah, but
I don't own any.
Yeah, Lynn is not necessarily opposed to the henceforth items, but
maybe I should say that since it's me that we're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm not against other people doing that. I'm not against him having one or whatever. I don't want to handle them. That goes into another question from last week, which is, have you ever been held at gunpoint? Yes, I have, more than once. And so I have a fear of them. So a healthy fear from having them pointed at my head before. So I can go into that story some other day if you guys really want me to, but yes, I've had a gun pointed at my head more than once, and so I kind of have a healthy fear of them. And I'm not opposed. I'm not anti. No. Or any of that.
It doesn't bother her that I have them.
It just scares me.
Thinking about them, the idea of them.
I'm just not a fan. Yeah. I'm not a fan of having them pointed at me. Let's just say that. Yeah. If they're with people, I have a lot of friends that are officers, police officers, who carry, and I've been with them many times. Doesn't bother me. If it's somebody I trust that has one, doesn't bother me as long as they're not pointed at me. Yeah. So that's kind of the short version of the answer to that is, so yeah, it changes your view when you've had one pointed at your head before and you've been threatened. So
yeah, we can get into that.
Yeah, that's a whole nother, that could be a whole nother video. Yeah. But so I'm not anti, I believe in the Second Amendment rights for everyone. And we'll just kind of leave it at that.
Yeah. So the other question that came up was about broken bones. Now, I mentioned that...
one of the questions was, have we ever had any broken bones?
Yeah, and I mentioned that I hadn't technically broken a bone, I had an exposed bone, and it was actually an accident a while back ago.
And then I mentioned I have had multiple broken bones, and so everybody wanted to know the two answers to that, so go.
Basically, I, a few years ago, was working on a project, and a 3,000-pound concrete block being pushed around, being moved around on a forklift, came in contact with a brick wall, and my finger decided to get in between the two. So you can't really tell normally, but if I put my hands together, you can tell that my pinky is one's a little bit shorter than the other. Now I have a nail and everything. It's a little bit of a hook.
Captain Hook.
Like that's a normal nail. That's my hook.
Captain Hook nail.
But yeah, so did I have a broken bone? No, actually, they ended up having to cut a piece of bone off. By the way, if you're squeamish,
Sorry.
sorry. If you're not squeamish,
I'm not including pictures, so I
have pictures.
I do have pictures,
Yeah.
but I'm not including them.
but no, I literally had the skin basically was peeled away, and there was a little piece of bone exposed, so they had to cut that off. So did I break a bone?
And when that happened, the doctor thought I was crazy because when I went to the doctor's with him to his first follow-up appointment after the ER, and I had my camera with me, and once they took all the bandages off, he was holding it up and it was bleeding, and I was taking photos of it, and the doctor was laughing and saying, well, I guess you don't have to worry about her not being able to help you change the bandage because
Nope.
it doesn't bother her. And so,
Yeah.
yeah, we do have pictures. And then for me, I've had my nose broken 3 times, I think.
Not a single time by me.
3 times, yeah, I think it was 3. Once in water polo, twice getting punched in the face.
Not by me.
I was in the process of punching the other person too. Long story. I was a lot different when I was younger.
Lynn's scrappy.
So, and both times it was, well, actually all 3 times my nose has been broken, it was from a guy, not a girl. So yeah, there's a lot goes into that. I broke this finger, which is completely crooked now. It's like, ree. I broke this pinky punching my hand through a window. I think that's it.
Did you break your wrist too?
No, didn't break it.
Oh, dislocated.
I dislocated my thumb playing softball.
Yeah.
I've had like broken fingers a lot of times, but I don't, other than these 2 that were really bad, I didn't go to the doctors. You know, you popsicle stick them and what are you going to do? It's a finger.
Yeah.
I probably had a broken toe before. Same thing. What are you going to do? It's a broken toe. But yeah, that's it. So that was the broken bones story for me. I was a lot different when I was younger.
She wasn't that much different from now. She still punched someone.
The short reasons why I might hit someone are a lot shorter now, though.
Yeah.
So that's the answer to that. Yeah.
And then the last question that we got asked about was the thing was about tattoos. That neither one of us has tattoos, and I know that's kind of weird nowadays, but no, neither one of us has tattoos.
I've thought about it, and I
too.
actually am currently thinking about it, but then there's 2 reasons why I have never gotten one. One, I have commitment issues, and I'm worried that if I put something on, I might not, if it's a phrase or a picture or something, I may not like it 5 years from now, and then I'm stuck with it. And 2, every time I think, oh yeah, I want to get a tattoo, I see someone with a tattoo that's not so attractive, and I think, yeah, I don't want a tattoo. No offense to anybody who has tattoos. I have a lot of friends who have tattoos, and but every once in a while you'll see, you know what I mean, you'll see someone with tattoos
with an untasteful.
And you think, I don't want to do that. So yeah, maybe someday. I don't know.
No, I've thought about it too. I'm just indecisive. I don't know what I want.
Yeah, it's just hard to think of being tagged with something forever.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the answer to the tattoo question. So
There you go.
that's it. Those were the questions from our 40 and 4. So hopefully that answered your questions. If you have more questions, please comment down below and let us know what they are, and we'll be glad to answer them. And now this week we're going to talk about coronavirus and how it changes things. And it's changed a lot of things for people we know. We do have friends who do have coronavirus right now. Thankfully, they're all at home, taking care of themselves. So we're praying for you guys. Get better, feel better.
Yeah, there's actually an interesting thing. I actually know someone who their doctor suspects that they have coronavirus, and they even gave them azithromycin to combat the suspected coronavirus, the Z-Pack. But because California is a no-test state unless you have underlying health conditions or you end up having to go to the hospital, if you can self-correct basically, then they're not doing a test.
I guess it depends, because we've had friends who had tests and that came out positive.
Yeah.
So I guess it kind of just depends on who your doctor is and how sure they are that you're going to need it.
Yeah.
Because it has to be, your doctor has to make the appointment for you to get the test and set it up. And in California, I really think it just kind of depends on who your doctor is. So, but for those of you that we know that are have it, like I said, we're praying for you. Please take care of yourselves, because it's scary out there. So one of the things that coronavirus has changed for us is, and for everybody that we know, honestly, is we really miss our families. I haven't been able to see my daughter. She lives in LA. She doesn't live at home anymore, and she lives in LA, and we're in Orange County, and I can't, we can't meet up. She can't drop by. We text back and forth and we keep in touch, obviously, but I can't see her. I can't hug her. Normally we had a birthday party planned that we would have all gotten together for. Next Sunday is Easter. As a family, there's like 20 of us, we'd all get together for Easter, and that's not going to happen. So I miss Ashlyn, or we miss Ashlyn, I should say. My sister, my brother, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, my nieces, my nephews. I mean, it's just hard because we're a really close-knit family, and we get together about once every month or two, all of us together. And I
haven't seen my grandparents.
I really miss that. So.
My dad's birthday was just a couple days ago, and the best we could do was call him.
Yeah.
So he would have probably normally would have been down when we do our quarterly birthdays.
Or Easter or whatever. Or we would have gone out to eat with him for his birthday.
Yeah.
And we can't do any of that right now. And Jonathan, I've never been big on going out. Like, we've just not our thing. Like, go out here, go out there, like that kind of thing. We'll meet up with certain people for dinner and things like that. But we've always gotten together with family on a very regular basis. And so it's really hard not to see them. And it makes us really appreciate that we are as close as we are, and that we are blessed with a good family, and with everyone's healthy right now. But we really miss them, and it kind of gives us a vision of what it's going to be like when we're on the road, as far as missing them and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, it hasn't changed our minds about what we're doing, but it.
Yeah, it's kind of a precursor.
Kind of knowing that it's going to be like this through our choice.
Yeah.
Has changed. It just gives you something to think about, but it hasn't changed what we're going to do.
Nope.
And we'll always be here for the holidays. We've committed to that. Like we said before, we'll always be here for the holidays, and certain work that we have in the spring out here, we have to be here for that every year. So, it's changed. It's made us appreciate what we have more, because, I always felt blessed, and I always felt like we really appreciate what we have, but even more so now. I think it really just, when someone takes it away, and it's not through your doing, someone takes it away from you, it makes you realize, wow, I really miss, the connection and the conversations and the laughter and all of it. So, it's tough, and I know it's tough for everybody else. So that's one of the things that's going on with us right now.
So the other thing is our jobs. So those of you guys that have been keeping up with the news, that pretty much everybody that works for the Walt Disney Company is very soon going to be furloughed. That
I've already, for those of you who follow along, you already know, but I work for Disney too. Those of you who haven't subscribed yet and you're just watching this, I work for Disney also, but I haven't worked since this whole thing started in my department. But Jonathan has been working and getting paid, and will continue to work and get paid until April 18th.
Yeah.
After that, neither one of us will be getting paid from.
Yeah. So fortunately, the good thing is that Disney did give us plenty of time. They did give us plenty of notice. So we're able to go on to the unemployment sites if we have to, and start registering for that. Apparently, I have not done it yet. I plan on doing it tomorrow, because I need to call our labor board, or not labor board, but labor relations, and find out some details about how the process works. But I am going to be contacting the unemployment folks, because I hear that you can actually, through the system, tell them what your last date of work is going to be if you're being furloughed, and basically it kind of helps them, start your process early. So I'll probably take care of that tomorrow after talking to labor relations. Finances for the time being are a little uncertain. Fortunately, Lynn and I...
We figure we're good through the end of April.
Yeah.
And then we'll see what happens,
May will be...
May's going to be interesting.
May's going to be tough. We're going to be, looking for the top ramen maybe. I don't know. So we'll figure something out.
But yeah, that's the update. So keep us in your thoughts for our jobs and our future, because just like everyone else, we don't know what's going to happen. So we'll keep you guys up to date.
Yeah.
The third thing it's made us think about this week that we talked a lot about is having a home base. We notice a lot of RVers that we follow, friends of ours, are out obviously RVing full time, and they're getting kicked out of campsites. They're getting kicked out of RV spots. Public lands are closing. National parks are closing. A lot of them are having a hard time finding somewhere to stay right now in the midst of this quarantine throughout the country. And those of them that are not having trouble have some sort of home base. So one of the channels we follow, they have a homestead basically in Tennessee, and so they just got there, so they're staying there on their land. Another RV channel that we follow is building a house on land they bought, so they're just parked on that land right now. Dan and Jen are in Nevada on a friend's property, so they're secure, they're taken care of. But the rest of the people that we do follow that don't have that are scrambling because rest stops are closed and all these things are closed. And so it's kind of made us think that it would be good to have a home base of some kind, but we are not in a financial position to buy some land right now or something like that. The good thing for us is that we always will be able to, with our families, between our families and friends, we'll be able to mooch dock when we're here.
Yeah, my family up in Northern California, my aunt and my cousin, they have a pretty good plot of land, and they actually had a motorhome that they recently got rid of, and we could possibly park there if we needed to. Unfortunately, that's really far. That's about 8 hours north. We're in Orange County, and they're in Napa.
But luckily, we do have friends.
But we do have friends in Orange County
that have offered up. Once we're on the road, that we're welcome to.
Yeah.
What do they call that? Driveway.
Lot docking.
Is that what it's? No, not lock. I don't know. I don't know all the terms yet. But basically, be in their driveways. We do have.
I think it's mooch docking because you're mooching off your friends.
So we do have friends who have a business, and they have room at their business.
Yeah.
Where we could have hookups and park there. So in Orange County, we would be covered in
partial hookups, but yeah.
Yeah, Northern California, we could always go there. I have tons of family in the Midwest with big land, lots of farmland and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where I grew up, part of my life. So we could always go there. So for right now, if this, God forbid something like this happens again and we're on the road, we would figure it out like everyone else is right now. But maybe in the future, it is making us think that we may need to invest in some kind of land. I wouldn't want it to necessarily be in California.
Yeah.
But in some other state, maybe buy some land that is ours so that we know we have somewhere always to go.
There's always Florida.
So yeah, we've been thinking about that, and I know a lot of other RVs have talked about that lately, that they hadn't thought about it until this happened, that maybe it would be good to have somewhere they know they can go.
Yeah. What else has this whole coronavirus being at home quarantine thing taught us? Well, I'll tell you. One of the biggest things it's taught me is I'm a very active person. I'm always needing to be working on something. I'm always needing to be moving, doing things. And Lynn and I have talked about it. We're kind of worried that once we get on the road...
Active?
That I'm going to be getting bored. Busy. That I'm going to get bored. I don't think she's wrong. However, these last few weeks, I've started to realize, because I was getting bored. I was getting kind of stir crazy.
Within the first, after the first vacation mode died off, I could see it. He was getting bored. He didn't, there's nothing to do. What are we going to do? He's piddling around. He's just bored.
Yeah.
And I saw it happening.
So I have realized that I have some pretty fun hobbies that can take up a good amount of time. One of my biggest hobbies that I've been working on right now is ham radio. So I'm going through all my radios and trying to figure out which ones to keep, which ones I'm not keeping. And the ones that I am keeping, I've been doing a lot of updating on their programming and playing with those. I've also been challenged by some folks to upgrade my license. Now, we talked about this in videos past, but there's three levels of license: technician, general, and extra. I'm currently the lowest, the technician. So I actually have the study guide for the general. So I'm going to start today for you guys, Monday. I'm going to start with the general class study guide and try and see if I can upgrade my license once all this is over to a general class. Gives me more permissions and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm starting to realize I need to ease off a little bit and find things to do, because this has been a reality check of when we're on the road and we decide that, you know, we want to stop somewhere in the middle of nowhere and we want to spend a few days there because it's just amazing and beautiful.
He's gonna get bored.
He's
working on fighting the boredom.
Yeah.
So hopefully, you know, he'll learn. This will be a good learning process.
Yeah, and it already is. It's actually, I have learned. There's been some great things that I've figured out. So I feel a lot better now.
Okay, so the next thing is our plans. A lot of people are asking if our plans have changed. So far, no, our plans haven't changed. We're still planning on listing our house in the summer. We're still planning on buying the RV. We're still planning on doing everything on that time frame. Some things have currently changed, and that is we're stockpiling, what do you call it? We're stockpiling donations.
Not toilet paper.
We're stockpiling donations because no one's accepting donations right now.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have a garage sale this month in our HOA, and it's a big yearly thing. That's not happening, and so all the things that we had set aside for the garage sale are sitting here. So eventually we'll have that garage sale, but kind of everything's just on hold as far as cleaning things out.
Yeah.
Things aren't in the house though, they are in the garage, but now we have stacks in the garage again, where we had cleaned out the garage and now there's stacks in the garage again. So once we can donate, once we can do those things, all of that'll leave, and you know, we'll get back on track. But as far as our plans, nothing has changed.
Nope. And actually I've been doing a lot of research lately on the RV that we've been looking at. And we'll actually do some highlights as soon as we can get out there. We're gonna take the camera and we'll take you guys with us, and we'll do a walkthrough of the of at least the generic model that we're looking at.
The one we're hoping to get.
Yeah. So we'll take you guys out there, but we have definitely been doing some research on that, asking some questions, and
we were sitting at dinner here at the we're sitting at our dining room table, by the way. We were sitting here eating dinner the other night, and I was looking around the house and just thinking, and Jonathan was asking what I was thinking about, and I was telling him I'm eyeballing things in the kitchen and deciding, you know, what's gonna fit, what's not gonna fit, this is gonna have to go. Realizing, because I know the RV that we hope we get, so we know the storage parameters already. And I'm telling him, and I was telling him at dinner, you know, you realize all that stuff in the garage that's still in the garage that is his stuff, less than, I would say 5% of it's going to fit in the RV. And so this has given us a chance to kind of, instead of rushing, is to really think, when I open the kitchen cabinet, okay, well, you know, yeah, we do need all these things, or I don't need this, the second Instapot, I don't need whatever the
giant crock pot, or
you know, there's certain things that aren't going to fit.
Yeah.
And so it's given us a chance to kind of sit back and decide, like, this is not going to fit, and kind of visualize how we'll organize the RV when we have it. So that's been good, but it's a lot less than what we were thinking, I think, at the beginning. So, and then we did watch, when we watched it many times, there's a really good video of the Tiffin motorhome that we're thinking of, that is going to be the one we want. And we've watched the same walkthrough of it multiple times, kind of looked at the cabinets, kind of looked at the understorage, kind of looked at things and said, okay, this could go there, this could go here, this stuff can go there, and that kind of thing. So it's been kind of fun to do that. But I think the reality as we're getting closer is hitting that stuff's not going to fit.
Yeah. And we know that some folks have gone through and basically sold everything,
or given away,
and then started all new with moving into their RV. I don't necessarily think that's a financially.
I don't think it's a financially good idea, because then you're giving stuff away or selling it up for pennies on the dollar, and then you're buying it new. Like the people we're talking about, they have a YouTube channel and they got rid of everything except for what fit in like a car. So basically their clothes is all they kept. And then when they got their RV, they had to buy all appliances, dishes, silverware,
Yeah.
like cups, like all those things. We're not doing that.
No, we're not going to do that.
Like no, because that's not financially smart.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. You guys tell us if we're wrong. I don't know.
How is it financially smart? There's no way. Like you're selling stuff you pay $100 for or $150 for an Instapot, and you sell it for $30, and then you got to go buy another $150 Instapot because you didn't want to hold on to it for a little bit. I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
So we're not going to do that.
Nope.
So yeah, we're learning as we go. But coronavirus has changed the way we're kind of thinking about things. It's made us focus a little bit more, which is good because we tend to be all over the place. And I think our focus, as we get closer and with this quarantine, our focus is getting more
Laser sharp.
Yeah, more sharp. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah. So the last thing that we want to talk about is actually choosing to be positive during this time versus being negative.
Yep. I get accused a lot during this time of quarantine that I'm thinking I'm, what do they call it, Susie Sunshine, and you look too much, you're not being realistic, you're stop looking at everything through rose-colored glasses, like all these kind of things. And I posted the perfect meme today, and I don't have my phone down here, but I posted the perfect meme. Oh, I actually do today. And sorry, I'm going to bring it up really quick so I can read it to you guys, because I shared it and it was just perfect for me. And it says, oh, I can't get to it. It says, I would rather be annoyingly positive and optimistic than destructively negative and hateful. And that's exactly, I found that meme today and I shared it, and that's exactly kind of how I feel about it. Yeah, we could get down on the fact that Jonathan's going to be furloughed. We could get down on the, like, what are we going to do? Oh my God, whatever. But that doesn't do any good.
Nope.
And so instead of being bummed, we're looking at it like, okay, well, we know at least, till the 18th we're okay. And then, there's a payday after that for the weeks before that. So that gets us to the end of April. So we're kind of looking on the bright side. And then when we do have days where we get down, we take a walk, we walk the dogs, because we can't do a lot, obviously, especially here in California. So, we take a walk, we get out, we watch something that has nothing to do with coronavirus on TV, whatever it is. But the reality is I would rather look on the bright side than dwell on the negative.
Yep.
Because this sucks. I mean, it does. It sucks, but what can you do? You can't change it.
Nope.
So why dwell on the fact that it sucks?
Make the best of it.
Just do what you can. Yeah. And when you have a bad day, allow yourself to have a bad day. I have bad days. He has bad days. And allow yourself to have a bad day, but you have to have a rule. And this is one of the rules we talked about the other day is you can't have a bad day on the same day.
No.
So you have to pick. Like, today I'm going to have a bad day, but you can't have a bad day today. Because if you both have a bad day on the same day, or like if Ryan has a bad day and all three of us are having a bad day at the same time, that's not good stuff. Because you need to be able to lift the other person up. Right. So you have to balance that out. So like last week, we were super worried about toilet paper when we did our video. We had 3 rolls of toilet paper left. We had been to all these different stores, different times. Went here, went there, couldn't find toilet paper. Went online, couldn't find toilet paper. We were like, oh crap. Okay, well,
what crap.
What are we gonna do? And then a box showed up at the front door from my daughter, and she sent us, ironically enough, RV toilet paper, because this is the only toilet paper she could find. But she found 2 packages of this. She had it shipped to us. It was hilarious. It brightened our entire day because we were worried about that, thinking, okay, we had gotten to go, and I was like, don't throw away the napkins from the to-go food because we might need those.
Yeah, literally, we were down to our last. We had our last 3 rolls of toilet paper. And
no paper towels.
And we were down to like the last little bit of paper towels. So fortunately, I found another roll of paper towels in the garage. And then I was out of Kleenex, which I go through Kleenex like crazy because I have horrible allergies, especially this year. So I was out of Kleenex. It was just, oh no, it's on your mind. And then that box showed up. So look at the bright side. Like, this was hilarious. It was perfect timing. Thank you again, Ashlyn. You're amazing. And we're starting to learn that the RV safe toilet paper,
I don't like it.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, so if you guys are RVing and use a different toilet paper than this one is obviously the Scott RVs and Boats. Yeah. Not a fan, really. So if you guys use something else, let us know, because maybe later in the future when all this blows over, and we can find it, we'll
Yeah.
try out some different ones because we're not big fans.
I've heard good things about the Costco brand, the Kirkland brand toilet paper. Let us know if
Just
that's
let us know.
actually-
Yeah, let us know what you guys use so we can look into that. But the moral story is just try to look on the bright side. Find little things, that you can find that make you smile, even if it's just something someone else might think is dumb. If it's taking a Facebook quiz because it makes you laugh or whatever. All of our Disney friends are super bummed, obviously.
Yeah.
Because everyone's losing their jobs temporarily. Everyone's losing or has already lost their jobs. So all of our Disney friends have been sharing pictures of all the photos of them being at work. And that's been amazing to see, all the smiles and all the people. And, so just find ways, keep in touch with people through FaceTime, call people, text people, whatever it is. But just try to stay on the bright side if you can. I guess that's it for this week. It's a lot longer than we thought it would be because we got interrupted by the dogs, and Ryan's trying to keep the dogs. You could hear Ryan laughing in the other room. He's trying to keep the dogs occupied while we're doing this. But I guess that's it. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Our videos will get more RV related as we continue to do more RV things. We're kind of doing the best we can, but we can't.
As soon as we get out of this coronavirus crap, we're also going to be refocusing, and we'll let you guys know on doing our donations and doing our minimalizing again. We just got to get through this.
But I do have
craziness.
we do have a good idea for next week's. That was me hitting the table, by the way. I'm trying to stop doing that. Jeremy, quit mentioning it. Yes, it's always me hitting the dining room table. We do have a really good idea for next week's video, so look out for that next Monday. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit the notification buttons if you want to know when we upload. Right now we're uploading every Monday. Mm-hmm. We may add a couple other Disney-related videos on a different day than our RV-related, just Disney-related, because those have been requested, so we're still working on that. And I think that's it.
Yep.
So thanks, guys, for being here. We really do appreciate you taking the time. We know you don't have anything better to do, but, if you spend a half hour with us, we do appreciate it. So, because you could spend a half hour with a million other our YouTubers, and we appreciate you spending it with us. So have a great day, stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you next week.
Wash your hands, don't touch your face.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.